how are you doing right now? How are you processing things? You said you were right there when it happened. Just walk me through everything that you've been through over the last few hours or so.
Yeah, I mean, when it first happened, my heart was racing probably for a couple hours after. Absolutely devastated, not sure what to think, almost in denial. Over the last couple hours, I've talked to a lot of family members and a lot of friends, just trying to process kind of what happened. It's very tough. I think it's going to take a while. Right now, I'll have moments where I'm okay, and then moments where I'll just break down in tears, just in shock about what actually happened there and the catastrophic effects that it's going to be for the next little bit. Yeah.
Did you know him at all personally?
I didn't know him very well, but I did meet him in Dubai at the top of a hotel. We were staying at a hotel where they were staying at when he was competing. And the only thing I remember about him just was how nice he was. He didn't know who I was, but he took the time to talk to me, talked about the competition and how it was going for him. And he owed nothing to me. He didn't know who I was, but he took the time, and it was very appreciative. I've always cheered for him just because of that moment. I know he has a brother that's competing as well. And watching his brother run up and down the sidelines of the water looking for him was something that I'll carry with me for a long time.
And you were there when it happened?
Yeah, we were on the side. He was probably 150 meters out in the water. And I saw it. I saw him start to kind of scramble. He started to doing small turns, and he was trying to get his head out of the water. And it was at that time that we started screaming to the lifeguard, like, he needs help. And then within seconds, he was under, and he never came back up.
And I mean, watching the video, you can visibly see the two lifeguards there and him in the middle. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, from our standpoint, it just looks like nothing's being done to save him, but
yeah.
you had a different vantage point.
No, I agree. There was two lifeguards right there. The one lifeguard, because somebody actually jumped in, and the one lifeguard came over and talked to him and told him to get out of the water. But he said, listen, somebody's drowning. She ended up going over to where he went under, but she just did a quick paddle around and then just paddled back out. I feel like at that point, she needed to blow a whistle and stop the event, because you could have had a lot more help in there pretty fast. And that was only like a couple minutes after he had gone under. So at that point, something could have been done. But once the event's finished, it's 30 minutes gone, right? There's not much you can do at that point.
And I know how, I'm not in the CrossFit community, but I work out, I know how close that community is, but your guys is just like elitely close. Just talk about how this impacts you guys as a family.
I think the CrossFit community really needs to lean on each other right now, use the support of one another, because it's going to hit us all differently. It's devastating. I'm not too sure where the CrossFit Games is going to go from here, but they're going to have to make some drastic measurements to make sure that this never happens again. The community is very strong, which is going to help us get through this, but I'm just praying for his family.
So you came all the way down here. Just talk to me just about how big of an experience this was supposed to be for you.
Well, as a CrossFitter since 2016, this is my first time at the Games, and it is a really exciting time to be here and to experience like the ultimate event in CrossFit every year.
Yeah.
So,
how small? I know this is huge, but talk to me how small this CrossFit community is.
Every gym that I've been to, and I have a wonderful gym in Charlotte, you're like family. So, and you can go to every other gym that you drop into, and it feels the same way. Everyone just opens their arms to you. If you're new, if you're just visiting, it's wonderful.
So with this being a big family, just how heartbreaking is the news here today?
It's awful, especially since it's not something that we would ever expect to happen, and would imagine happening. We're all athletes here, and something like this is heartbreaking. It's unexpected, and I hope everything turns out okay. Probably won't though. I'm scared though.
Yeah.
For him and his family and all the CrossFitters that are here.
Yeah. Because I mean, this is not like a sport where you're trying to physically beat people. You're just competing. It's like you said, it's
Right.
a big family.
Right.
At the end of
All
the
the
day.
athletes, from what I can see, and you know, the professional athletes to the ones in the gym, we're all here. You know, we're all friends, and we're all here to just be better at the end of the day. You know, I mean, we're competing with each other slightly in the gym, but at the end of the day, we're friends. We go out to eat together. We hang out on the weekends together. We spend time with each other outside of the gym. Like, we're all here just to be family and have like spirited competition.
And were you inside?
Yeah.
What did they tell you guys?
They just said with a heavy heart, we're canceling today's events.
And when did you guys kind of figure out what happened?
That yeah. So there was a little bit of murmur that there was something that happened at the lake event earlier, but we still didn't quite know what was going on.
What's on your heart right now?
I mean, just the fact that like we hope he's okay. I mean, everyone's been kind of trying to see what's on the news about what's going on, and I don't think it's good, and that's really horrible to hear about someone that, I mean, I don't know him at all personally, but it could be anyone in our gym, and it's, you know, he could be a friend, and we hope he's okay.
Yeah.
So it's tough to see this kind of news, especially in an event like this where, you know, we're all together competing and having fun. So
And this is supposed to be big for the city of Fort Worth.
Yeah.
For the next few days.
Yeah, and there's definitely uncertainty, you know, like, are the events going to continue? I mean, I think it's going to be a tough call for the organizers at this point.